Have you ever wanted to make a cake but just couldn't decide which one to bake?
So your kids want a banana cake, you feel like a carrot cake, you've got some leftover pineapple, so you think maybe I could make a hummingbird cake, and your husband demands something with chocolate chips. Then you remember Auntie Bev is coming over and she can't eat gluten. It's a disaster, a dilemma. What are you going to do? How are you going to accommodate all those requests? Who are you going to turn to? Well, never fear, I have the answer. You can make my everything cake. This cake has quite a few ingredients, but it's worth it. Let's get our dry ingredients together.
Into a mixing bowl, put 150 grams of gluten-free flour, 150 grams of almond meal with 150 grams of coconuts. Then add 2 teaspoons of mixed spice, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt.
Give them a mix and set them aside. Then we'll move on to our wet ingredients.
Into your mixing bowl, put 200 grams of olive oil, 250 grams of brown sugar, 6 beaten eggs, 100 grams of soft butter, and 80 grams of plain yogurt. Mix it together until it's all combined.
Now we're going to add our fresh ingredients, our carrot, banana and pineapple.
Add 200 grams of crushed drained pineapple, 400 grams of mashed banana and 200 grams of grated carrot. Once you've done that, you can add the dry ingredients and mix together.
And finally we're going to add some ingredients for a little bit of crunch. Today I'm going to use some walnuts, some pumpkin seeds and some chocolate chips.
Add in 100 grams of chopped walnuts, 60 grams of pumpkin seeds and 80 grams of chocolate chips. Give it a good mix.
Now we need to transfer our cake batter to our cake tins. Now I've sprayed it and lined it with greaseproof paper and I'm going to put them in 3 tins today. I know this one doesn't match, but I've only got 2 of the same ones here. Now why do you put them in multiple pans, I hear you ask? Well, this means the cake is going to cook faster and it's not going to burn around the edges as much. It also means you won't have a soggy middle to your cake. Here we go.
Spray and line your cake tins and divide the batter between the 3. Finish up by smoothing out the top. This needs to bake at 180 degrees Celsius oven for about 40 to 45 minutes.
While our cakes are baking, we're going to make some cream cheese icing. I usually use equal amounts of cream cheese, butter and icing sugar and then add flavourings. Today I'm going to be using some coconut essence and a bit of lemon zest.
Into a mixing bowl, put 300 grams of soft cream cheese with 300 grams of soft butter. Mix this well until it's all combined. Then add the zest of 2 lemons and 1 teaspoon of coconut essence. Slowly add 300 grams of icing sugar until it's beautiful and smooth. This needs to go in the fridge until you need it, along with your cakes. For decoration, I've made these beautiful pineapple flowers. Put thin slices of pineapple on a lined baking tray and place in a 100°C oven for an hour, flipping them halfway through. You can then transfer them to a muffin tin and put them back in the oven for another half an hour.
In the next couple of weeks, I'll be updating my website musicalmenus.com.au with all of the cakes that I've got available for sale and delivery in Brisbane. If you like this video, why don't you hit subscribe and find me on Facebook and Instagram. See you later.